Hello, Creatiq team. We are back at another Monday. Goodness gracious, these Mondays and these weeks are just flying by like no other. So today is Monday, the last day of August in 2020, and tomorrow is September. So this week I want to talk about grit and the importance of grit, especially when you're trying to do some problem solving. So a few weeks ago, I spoke about problem solving and that there's always going to be a solution or an answer to your problem. Well, another important factor is also making sure that you have some grit as well. So what's happened today is it's Monday here at Creatiq. I just found out that our ads at Facebook have been disabled. So they're disabled at the moment, and we're getting Facebook to review them, and who knows how long that's going to take. And then a couple other issues that we're dealing with as well. Our new bank account over at Revolut has yet to be activated, and we're hoping to be into our new payment system for our suppliers for September. And that's held up because we can't seem to fund the account because Revolut is having some issues with our current bank. And then we're having some resourcing sort of challenges because as we're preparing to just market and get the coaches onboarded with us, we also want to make sure that they're going to have some awesome account management. And so it's like, how do we actually balance that growth, even though we don't have that budgeted as of yet to have that new account manager on there? So a few things are going on, but I mean, this is where grit comes into the picture. When we're staying focused on what the end goal is that we're creating, and whatever hurdles come our way, we just make sure that we just keep our eye on the ball using a little bit of grit. So in regards to the Facebook ads being disabled, do we just stop advertising? No way, we're just gonna find a way around the Facebook ads, even if it's having to boost posts or maybe just use some alternative advertising platform altogether or alternative method. And same thing with the banking. Do we stop paying suppliers? Of course not. We're just going to revert back to our old payment methods until we get our next one all set up properly. And of course, with the resourcing stuff, there's always going to be some sort of challenge there. So it's a matter of just working with our team, hi Rod, to make sure that we're planning and putting in provision so that we can grow properly. So the power of grit, it's obviously real. And when you're trying to problem solve, just set the intentions of wanting to problem solve, wanting to find the solution to the answer. In fact, here's three things that I do when I'm trying to problem solve. While I'm using grit, number one, I will set the intention to finding the problem. So if there's a certain problem, for example, in this case, the Facebook ads are disabled. Well, I will set the intention myself to say, okay, I'm gonna find a solution to get around these ads. And then number two, or I'll find a solution to get around the problem. And then number two, what I'll do is I will remove myself and I'll change my environment. So that might mean I'll just get out from the chair that I'm sitting in, or go out for a walk, or change my environment somehow, just so that I'm in a new place and I can let new thoughts come to me and just be downloaded a lot easier, because then I'm in a new environment. It's fresh, and a lot of the times new ideas come to me that way. It might be the same for you. And another way that I also like to problem solve as well is by just, it's called scripting, or it's called journaling. So anytime that you're stuck on a dilemma, whether it's personal or business, then just writing down what the problem is, and then actually writing down, what can I do to resolve this problem? A lot of the times after you've scripted it, there's some sort of science behind it. I'm actually trying to find out what that science is, because I'd love to validate it a bit more. But I know that it works for me and it works for others, but I will find out how it actually works. But when you're actually scripting and you're writing down what the problem is and writing to yourself, how do I resolve this problem? That somehow trips your subconscious or your unconscious brain into just going into just super processing mode to actually come up with a solution. So those are three of my favorite ways to problem solve, but all the while just using that grit and keeping focused on that end result that we're trying to create. So have an awesome Monday, have an awesome week ahead. Don't let anything get in your way. And yeah, we'll keep moving. Thank you for being here as always, and chat soon. Bye.